Staying up when I go out, you gotta know I'm all yours. But when I say what's that about, you start slurring your words. Tell me why you have to seem so distant when I'm holding you. Your fingertips are drifting away, and I fucking love how it hurts. Why do I, baby, why do I love the way you always leave me? Why do I, baby, why do I love the touch but never love the feeling? Why do I, baby, why do I love the way you always leave me? Why do I, baby, why do I love the touch but never love the feeling? Why do I, baby, why do why do I, baby, why do why do I, baby, why do I love the touch but never love the feeling?
They say you're only young once, but we live for it, we die for it, we live for forever. They say you're only young once, but we live for it, we live for it, we live for forever. You at the hideout, where we can dream again. I'll tell you all my secrets, we're encouraged like a second skin. The kids are all dying, we're dying to believe again. Run through the open streets, we take what is needed. They say you're only young once, but we live for it, we die for it, we live for forever. They say you're only young once, but we live for it, we live for it, we live for forever. We can dream all night till the sun rises.
This is Peter Drury, and it is a real joy to say that I'm joined here by the distinguished analyst of our game, Mr. Jim Begley.
Thanks, Peter. It's a pleasure and a privilege for me to be here.
So, welcome to a new season. Last year certainly had its fair share of drama, perhaps too much for the taste of certain individuals here, as hopes of promotion vanished on the last day. And there's no time to dwell on those disappointments and think about what might have been. The only thing's on their minds now to go one step better this time. Well, this is the game of the week. Fans focused on the streak and who will eventually put an end to it. Could this be the day? Stays in the starting 11. No surprise there, I don't think.
Yeah, I think once we saw the lineups, this was fairly predictable.
Of all the grand stadia in... So that's got things underway. Well, Rai is someone who is emblematic of another generation in that endless line of great Brazilians.
Yeah, so many. And someone who's proved his excellence in both his home country, Peter, and indeed Europe at top level.
And scores goals, a really prolific attacking midfield player.
That's another one of his great strengths.
Isaac. Wharton. Eze with a definite foul there. Well, that's a foul. Free kick's been given. And a real chance to break the deadlock. Van Dijk. Kerkez. Chilwell. Wirtz.
Here's another good opportunity.
Well intercepted, good play. Van Dijk. Mohamed Salah. Whistle's gone, that for offside? Yes, it is.
Of a whole host of players queuing up to run beyond the high defensive line.
And that's sensible use of the head.
Konate.
Still level, but just 5 minutes to go to half-time. They've got another chance here.
He's off on a marauding run. And he's done very well to deal with it. Into the channel. Driving on, he could shoot here. He's in. Tries one. Given another corner. Oh, good work. He was quick to see the danger. Van Dijk. Is there any support? He might not need it. Oh, that's a waste. And we are up to the break.
Well, I think they can count themselves a little bit lucky with that scoreline.
Here we go again then. Well into the second half, and still there's nothing between them. Into the channel. No, he's come up against a brick wall there. He's off on a marauding run.
That's now 3 from 3, a player on form.
One of a type! He's brilliant!
You just knew from the moment it left his foot that it was always heading for the left-hand corner. That was some finish.
That is a wonderful strike, even by his standards.
Wharton.
Big chance to get at them. And he's shown him a clean pair of heels.
Frimpong.
No joy, but a decent try.
Szoboszlai.
They've got another chance here.
Driving on, he could shoot here.
5 games in a row, and he's found the target. He's on fire.
It could be a lifeline. 2 more needed.
Oh, he really is such a handful for any defence. It's just impossible to stop him scoring. Wharton. Chilwell. Wharton.
Takes the long option.
Frimpong.
The ball's come loose and the chase is on.
Chilwell.
Just a quarter of an hour to play.
They've got another chance here.
Goes for a sweeping cross.
Fires one in.
Into the box.
Gehi.
That's a good win, really necessary. And he is going into that little black book.
Well, the reaction suggests that the creative danger here is about to meet a stop sign.
Gets into some space. Oh, good interception. Oh, he's going to be pulled back for that one.
Tempers are flaring up here, and the referee needs to step in quickly.
Referee looks at his watch and blows his whistle.
Well, they're off to a fabulous start, and they begin the season on a high note. They really seem to have gelled as a team already on this performance.